near Ta'if, this not far from Mecca, speaking about the Sahaba, also speaking about the Messenger of Allah. Okay, Muhammad. Okay, so this is, it goes back to, look. So this is another one. There's many. Here another one speaking of Abu Bakr and Umar, begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which goes in line with our Islamic sources. So this goes in line with Islamic sources. Is the early years of Hijrah.
And how old are these?
Look, this one, the time Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or just during his lifetime, or before after he died. You know, Abu Bakr is the companion of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's another one. Here it says, "Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh." I bear witness. Here you can see la ilaha illallah. You know, even Muhammad Rasulullah. So this is clearly the time of Abu Bakr and Umar, which they were companions of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, literally 2 years after Prophet sallallahu passed away or something, or just the same time. Okay, so these archaeological proofs.
Who's it written by?
I don't know, by someone who wrote about Prophet Muhammad, or someone who wrote archaeological. But the proof that someone is going to be writing about someone doesn't exist. Also, what it makes it stronger is archaeological. This archaeological, backdated the Prophet Muhammad's time. Two is enough.
So let me say something about that.
Yeah.
That's not proof.
So where is archaeological proof?
Okay, let me say why first.
Okay.
Yeah? It might be, you know, if you're building evidence to say that, okay, you know, Prophet Muhammad, you know, he was a real person, and the culture of Islam is authentic and is all true and just in all of its ways. Again, obviously, you need to have as much evidence as you can.
No doubt.
I wouldn't say that's enough for a person who is.
No, you said exist. You didn't say no. Look, Daniel, you have to be honest, brother. There's difference. I'm not saying because it's written in the wall or in the rock, therefore Islam is the truth. You said Prophet Muhammad exists. Now you said archaeological. This is called archaeological proofs. They're speaking, they look to the area where Prophet Muhammad lived, backdated the rocks, goes back to Prophet Muhammad's time, his companions, speaking about Muhammad bin Abdullah, the messenger of Allah. That's the one we believe in. I don't believe Muhammad, son of Michael Jackson. I believe Muhammad bin Abdullah, he's Ibn Abdul Muttalib. So now I'm showing you. Now, what is the proof? He's a messenger of Allah, and
Okay,
Islam is the truth. That's a completely different thing.
Yeah? I think that if that proves anything, it proves that a very long time ago, the point where you're showing me that this rock came into being and something like this, a very long time ago, Islam had been there, because obviously you got people from, how old is this, hundreds or thousands?
This one, 1,000 something.
Okay, so over
1,200 years.
So over 1,000 years old.
Yeah, 300
so
years
we
ago.
know that, okay, Islam itself was existent over 1,000 years ago.
Okay.
I never said that Islam didn't. So that doesn't disprove what
No,
I'm
you
saying.
said to me, prove to me Muhammad existed archaeologically. So this is called
that
archaeological
doesn't
proof.
prove
Okay, what is archaeological proof?
Well, it depends on the context. You don't say what is archaeological proof.
Yeah,
What?
no, go exactly. Before you tell me your life story, as you always do, Daniel, and we have no problem to listen to your life story. You can have a coffee.
What story? What do you mean?
You know, when I say life story, you go off topic. You said to me last week, and it's been recorded, that you said on the camera, you said, Shamsi, if you show me archaeological proof Muhammad exists, no Muhammad received the revelation,
That's not proof.
but that's what you claim, that you want the proof for that.
Of course, and that's unfortunately that's not proof.
So what is my question to you?
Okay, let me
What is
finish what I was
archaeological
saying.
proof?
Let me
Okay.
finish what I was saying.
All right, take the mic.
Yeah? Right. What I'm trying to say, is what you showed me right now.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that it's archaeological. It's obviously something that is very old. It's over 1,000 years. Over 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
So it proves to me that Islam was a religion that had existed for over 1,000 years. It doesn't actually prove that it means Islam is the way. It means that Allah is the way. It means that
I agree
Muhammad
with that.
actually existed.
No,
It
you-
means
no,
that
you mean-
a long time ago,
no.
people were still saying that he existed.
Yeah.
But where is actual proof of his existence? Not proof that people a long time ago.
Now you say archaeological.
was believing
Archaeological
in him.
proof. Do you know what is archaeological proof? It's clearly you don't know what is archaeological proof. When you go and you start searching in the rocks, in the wall, like the Egyptians. So you see the writing speaking about one of the kings. They say, this archaeological proof. They're speaking about some people here. They call it archaeological proof. I agree. That doesn't mean all the time it's true. No doubt. But I'm using your criteria. I'm not telling you, because when I give dawah to people, I never say to them the fact that Prophet Muhammad exists because archaeological proof that can be utilized as a proof. However, you said to me on the camera, do you remember, Jamal? You said to me, you did there, you said to me, if you prove to me Prophet Muhammad exists with the archaeological proof, then I believe this was archaeological proof. You go to an area that people claim they lived there, you look to the wall, when you see they're speaking about it, backdated during their lifetime, that's called archaeological proof. I just established that to you, now you're changing your
I want to
life.
clarify something.
I mean, you're changing the goalpost.
I agree.
Where's it, the goalpost or the post goal?
I agree.
The goalpost.
I agree that it's archaeological.
The goalpost.
I agree that it's archaeological.
Khalas,
But
yeah.
what I do not agree with, I don't agree that it's archaeological proof, but that Muhammad existed. But I do agree that it's archaeological data. Okay, that is data. It's information about Muhammad.
What is archaeological proof, Daniel? You haven't answered it.
The actual existence of Muhammad.
What is archaeological proof?
I mean, it's not just about what is archaeological proof.
That's what is it,
Depends
because
on the context. But if you're saying what is archaeological proof that Muhammad existed, that's a better question. Because now we know that we're looking for very specific things
What
in
is
all of the archaeological data that you've accumulated. That is not archaeological proof of the existence of Prophet Muhammad.
No, well, I see what is archaeological proof, because you asked for the
And
proof.
this means that over 1,000 years ago, people was believing in Prophet Muhammad. Okay.
What archaeological proof? Wait, no. Archaeological proof, according to Daniel, means 1,000 years ago someone believed Prophet Muhammad. Is that archaeological proof?
I didn't know, because I just said to you. That's not
asking.
proof.
Well, I'm asking you,
manipulate my
Daniel.
words.
Okay,
I never said that.
I don't want to manipulate. I'm going to ask you again. What is archaeological proof, Daniel?
You would need to have proof of the existence of Prophet Muhammad. I don't need proof that 1,000 years ago somebody believed in Muhammad. Okay, those are two different things. 1,000 years ago, somebody believing in Muhammad is proof of what? Is proof that a long time ago, over 1,000 years ago, people believed in Muhammad. That doesn't prove the existence of him, though. Yeah, so you need a different type of proof or a different type of evidence, okay, or a different type of data that can now prove not the fact that people believed in on him, that he himself is existent. Because 1,000 years ago, people can believe in what? The flying spaghetti monster. That doesn't mean that the flying spaghetti monster existed. Look. People believed in it.
Okay, look.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not rocket science,
Do you know why it's archaeological proof? Prophet Muhammad's house in Medina.
Right.
His mosque. He's a living example.
Okay.
That's called proof. Because you cannot say, I want a proof of Prophet Muhammad. You want Prophet Muhammad standing for the view, I exist 1,000 years ago? No one says that. Whether archaeological proof written in the walls, or, for example, the tools that he used, or we can give you his mosque. His mosque is there.
I'll give you an example. I'm not saying this, it must be this. I'll give you an example of when I say proof, yeah?
Yeah, archaeological proof.
I can say to a person that there was a civilization in Africa known as Egypt where there were pharaohs, they had civilization, they were advanced in mathematics and linguistics, in all sciences, agriculture, and so on. Yeah, I can say that. That's my statement. That's my claim. I can definitely back my claim and have something.
So archaeology.
Claim. One moment.
Okay, go on.
You have to listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you know how to answer.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I make that claim, that's fine. Anybody can make any claim.
That's correct.
Yeah. But you have to prove that your claim is fact. So that way it takes away from it being a claim or an opinion, but rather shows it to be evidential as a fact. So if I said that there were pharaohs a long time ago, and there were civilizations that were advanced.
Prove to me pharaoh exists.
Okay, you can go to Egypt today.
Yeah.
I was in Egypt last year, March. I was there for myself.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Now you can see the bodies of pharaohs that existed.
Who's that buddy?
You can see Tutmosis.
Who says Top Moses, that one?
What do you mean?
Who said that was Top Moses?
Well, all the archaeological evidence.
What is the archaeological evidence?
Him.
What is it? State.
Another thing.
Okay, no, wait.
A lot of things are written.
Step by step.
Okay?
State. No. What is the archaeological proof that state? Explain that to us.
Right. Okay. So when me personally, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't bloody read Egyptian and all of these sort of things.
Yeah, it's a writing. So you are relying on the writing.
Or heretic text. The same way it doesn't mean that Arabic isn't real, just because I can't.
No, I understand that.
Let me finish my point, please.
Go on.
The same way, for example, it doesn't mean Arabic isn't real. I can't read Arabic. I can't. Yeah,
Okay.
but there are people that read Arabic, and hence why the Quran can be
Yeah, but
translated.
Arabic is a living
so
language.
The same way, I'm going to put my statement out there. I do not read ancient Egyptian or ancient heretic, okay, and ancient Greek. So I want to say this. There are writings. Like I said, I don't read it personally, but there are writings in stone tablets, in pyramids itself, and on papyrus, as well as on the tombs, or what you might say the sarcophaguses, okay, of these people.
Same thing, Prophet Muhammad.
Well,
so why don't you believe that?
You haven't shown me that yet.
You want to come to Medina? Take Shahada, visa is Shahada.
Okay.
Shahada, you come to Medina. But I'm showing you from Hamidullah, rahimahullah. Hamidullah, one of the great scholars of the 20th century, he's a Pakistani scholar. A lot of us, we don't know him. May Allah have mercy upon him, check him out. Hamidullah, he died long time ago. His name is Abdul Hamid Hamidullah, if I remember exactly. And he did a lot of archaeologist way, gathering and compiling the archaeological proofs for Prophet Muhammad's existence. Prophet Muhammad's existence, now his mosque. We have a writing about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have manuscripts, a Greek one, Syriac one, Armenian manuscript, backdate Prophet Muhammad's time, speaking about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions, and when they conquered Persian, you see. So now we have inside sources, in the wall, in the books, in the wall, in the rocks. We have living examples, Prophet Muhammad's offspring. We have non-Islamic sources about Prophet Muhammad that exist. No one has a proof like that. No one has overwhelming proofs that someone exists like Prophet Muhammad. However, you come to meet him about Pharaoh because you trust what is in the wall. You trust what is written inside in the paper. That so and so, that's his body. However, when you look at Prophet Muhammad, you start changing it. You see. And now we have Quran, backdated. There was a Quran, backdated Prophet Muhammad's lifetime. Speaking about who? Muhammadun Rasulullah. He's alayhi salatu salam. That's why the historians, well-known historians, they say that no doubt Prophet Muhammad existed. No, some jokers, proper historians. They never debate if Prophet Muhammad exists or not. Except, I'm not going to say you're one of them, but people who are not well educated, they start saying Prophet Muhammad did not exist. But historians, well-grounded historians, they never differ.
Right. I'm not saying, okay, I just want to make it clear as well. I'm not saying Prophet Muhammad existed. I'm not saying Prophet Muhammad didn't exist, okay?
But you're saying archaeological, I give you proof.
What I am saying, so that is, like you said, it's on camera. What I'm saying is this. I am reserving judgment until all the facts come out. I don't feel that there's enough evidence for me at this point to say that Prophet Muhammad was definitely existent, he was real, it's verified, it's confirmed, it's finalized. Yeah, because I don't have that. Unfortunately, I don't have that at this moment in time to say, yeah.
So what is the proof you need?
I don't know, I just need more. I can't say what.
Yeah, okay, I
can't say exactly what it needs to be, but there just needs to be more. Like I said, I believe you got data about it. I don't have to say. Now, when you was talking about me saying that I believe in that there were pharaohs and stuff, I don't have to. Don't take my word for it. I don't have to say that.
I'm not saying the word, but you believe. I
don't have to say Egyptians.
You accept they exist. You accept they exist.
Go to Egypt and you'll see.
Go to Medina.
You'll see the bodies, the burial sites, all of these people that are buried.
Same thing. Go to Medina. Mecca.
I don't need to say that the pyramids existed. I was standing on them. Do you understand what I'm
saying? I don't say. Bro, listen. He's not listening, bro. Daniel, same logic. Prophet Muhammad's mosque. Prophet Muhammad's mosque. Called Al Masjid Al Nabawi. A prophet's mosque. Okay, it's not someone else. Exists, still alive. Okay, that's his house. Likewise, his house existed. We have his house. Yeah, we have people writing about him on the wall. Okay, we have his grave. We have his offspring, his family, Al-Ashraf.
His grave.
Yeah, his grave in Medina. Yeah.
Okay.
We have his family. Okay.
And how did they know it's his grave? The same way you asked me.
No problem at all.
Right.
Because now the way to know something is not conditional. You have to observe it. You can know it by other narrations. So there's thousands of narrations coming through that was the Prophet Muhammad's grave, and no one have opposed it historically speaking.
Okay, so you're saying that what people verify that?
Verify, and not only people trustworthy, truthful, honest, and it's called. You know what it's called? Called universal knowledge. You know, it's universal knowledge. Where is Ghana? Okay, prove to me Ghana is in Africa.
I know your point. You're basically saying I don't have to do that. It's universal knowledge.
Because why? It's coming from different route of transmissions. You understand? Not just one or two, thousands. You understand? So what I'm saying to you, Daniel, to make it clear, yeah, I came to you because you told me last week, show me archaeological proof Prophet Muhammad existed.
But I just want to make this clear. I didn't say last week, I'm going to wait till next week and I'm converting to Islam. I never said that though.
You said, as soon as you bring it.
Yeah?
You said if he brings archaeological evidence, you will accept Islam.
If he brings enough, but that's not enough.
You didn't say enough. No. You didn't say enough.
I didn't say
I'll bring more. Let me stop here. Let me bring more.
You're misquoting me yet.
I'm not misquoting you.
To suit what you
Well,
wanted to have said. But that's not what I said.
on camera.
Of course, it's on camera, and I stand by that, and I live by that. I live by that.
It wasn't.
But what I didn't say, come with anything next week, yeah? I don't mind what it is.
You said
I'm going to convert to Islam. It didn't work like that.
But archaeological,
I'd be a fool to do that.
Listen.
You said
do that.
archaeological.
Huh?
You said archaeological evidence.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, and he gave you archaeological evidence.
He gave me one thing here.
No. I'll give you 3. I'll give you more.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It's still not. It's
Yeah.
still not enough.
You know what lie? Yeah.
I just told you already. That is certainly data. It is certainly data that has been collated for making the case or for supporting the claim that somebody called Prophet Muhammad lived, and and there were people. He had he had followers or people that believed on him, etc. Okay.
No. They said there's many. Yeah.
But it's still not enough evidence to say that he himself actually did exist. It's still not enough. Like I gave you a reference to that already. I said, anybody 1,000 years ago.
There's coins. There's coins as well. Coins.
What more evidence you want, brother? What more evidence you want?
He just wants more archaeological evidence.
There is. I'll show you. There's more. There's more. He's not. No.
What he presented,
can't bring it to you.
but what he presented weren't enough. It just weren't
That's what
enough.
I'm saying. If that's not enough, and you require more,
Right.
what more do you require?
More archaeological, because I can bring more archaeological proofs.
Well, I need a lot more, yeah.
Like how much? Thousands?
Maybe not thousands, but
How much
5.
I can't give enough.
5.
But it's just, but what you presented today was not.
I'll show you.
The premise of the question is disingenuous. Because if you now go and look at, for example, Socrates, Plato, tell me that they actually existed. You believe in them, you read their books in universities, in schools. When you ask that question, it's impossible to prove it like that. One way you can find proof is through testimony. People around.
No, archaeologically you can. No.
I'm just saying.
Okay, go on, Akhi, sorry.
That you can still prove it because why?
Without archaeological, yes, I agree.
1400
100%,
years
yes.
on, nobody is standing here saying that he didn't exist.
Yeah.
Would you need another 1400 years to prove archaeological? You can't.
People do say that though.
No, I'm saying they do. But 1400 years on, this is the first time I'm hearing this question. So many evidences that Brother Shamsi is presenting to you. It may not be archaeological. Can you still not come to the truth though? Of course you can.
Let me answer to you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
What you were saying about Socrates and other people.
Anybody.
Plato, anybody,
It's a good point. It is. But even that itself, I mean, you're basically in other words. Okay, so I'm not actually misquoting you, but in other words, you're basically saying because it's verified by a lot of people, it would have to be true.
No, not
That,
just
I don't
not for
think that's the
people.
case.
It's
There's
not.
people. that
Okay,
said
look.
there's people- look, 1 minute.
Okay, let
There's
me finish,
people that
yeah, 1
said that
second.
Bigfoot, yeah, this hairy, beastly monster would walk around and whatever. Many people say that. In America, there's loads of people that say, yeah, it's true. I've seen, there were some pictures, or you can't make out thoroughly that it's him. But there's people that say the Loch Ness monster. The Loch Ness monster is a real thing.
But it's
That
unusual
people say
thing.
as well.
No, you're talking about unusual.
There's many
No.
statements.
You're right. You know what you're saying?
People can have
No.
statements that are backed
You're
by-
100% right.
Listen, hold on, let me just finish my point. People can make statements that are backed by the hundreds,
Yeah.
backed by the thousands. It doesn't necessarily verify that it's actually.
No,
true.
that's a wrong
And
analogy.
that
Sorry, yeah.
itself
That is a
not
wrong.
enough proof.
Daniel, that's a
Now,
wrong.
you know what needs to happen? You need to define what evidence.
No, Akhi, sorry, before we go there, that's a wrong analogy because you're talking about a weird creature, try to compare it to Prophet Muhammad or any human being existing, yeah? Firstly, we have shown you archaeological proof. I'm showing you that there's a manuscript, you can check it, it was written by a non-Muslim historian called, what's his name, from America, called Islam, How Others Saw It. He brings Syriac manuscripts, Armenian manuscripts, Coptic manuscripts. He goes back to Prophet Muhammad's time, speaking about Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in his time. Likewise, the Byzantine, yeah? So now you have archaeological proof, you have the manuscript from non-Muslim historians, you have manuscript from Islamic historians, you have the house of Prophet Muhammad, the mosque of Prophet Muhammad, you have his offspring. If that is not enough for you, then don't believe in Pharaoh, don't believe no one exists 1,000 years ago. No one, because no one you can show me the offspring of Pharaoh. Are you the offspring of Pharaoh?
Well, I mean, if you, like I said, if you go to Egypt, you know, they've got the whole chronology of who ruled, what times they ruled.
I'm asking you, are you the offspring of Pharaoh?
Probably not. You know what I mean?
No one claimed that, because why? We know that after Pharaoh, people mixed up, the people don't hold their lineage. Not like the Arabs. The Arabs were known for centuries. Me, myself, I can go back to my 8th forefather by name, one by one. And this from our culture, every 2 person from the family, they have to memorize the lineage. We have to memorize it. Prophet Muhammad's lifetime, likewise, all of that. I'm from the Ahl Bayt, you know, from the Ashraf. Not just me, there's many families in Pakistan. Yes, some they lie, but there's a way to know who are not. You understand? My point here is, like brother said, Aristotle, Plato, I said the atheists, that's why before that, I say, any historians who are well-grounded historians, they will never debate if Prophet Muhammad exists or not. All of them agreed Prophet Muhammad exists. Those who speak about if Prophet Muhammad exists or not, people that speak in speaker's corner or outside the street. This is not a discussion that you have in universities. They'll be laughing at you. Because if you say Prophet Muhammad exists, there's no one has overwhelming proof that exists like Prophet Muhammad. Then be consistent. Did Plato exist? Did Aristotle exist? Bear in mind, Plato, Aristotle's works, don't go back to them. Those manuscripts doesn't go back to their lifetime. You see, it was written by people who came after them. You understand? But yet we accept. Why? Because there's something called al-ilm al-daruri, knowledge of necessity. Knowledge of necessity, there's individuals in history, we know they existed. Because no way, group of people from different parts of the world, thousands, they will come, even though they know each other, they will make up a story about someone. Energy, water.
Take your time, man. What's wrong with you? They all here.
I do that, you're good.
Take your time and, you know.
I know, I was not about taking your time, maybe I'll die quick. So,
You don't gotta die.
so brother, I mean, Daniel, wallahi, you are being dishonest now.
No, I'm
He's
not being
genuine.
dishonest. But I think
It's not COVID-19, it's COVID 2006. It's expired by one.
I think, do you know what? I think your question though, what you asked as well about what is enough evidence. I mean, you said
Alhamdulillah. How are you, akhi?
do you know what? The truth
Good,
about
yeah.
it is this.
Oh.
There is no limit to what is enough evidence.
Barakallah.
Because you know what? Some of you guys here, you might not have been raised as Muslims. You might have converted or reverted at some whatever point. Okay.
MashaAllah.
But it takes for a person. I think that's a personal question.
Say
You know
again?
what I mean? It's a personal question. What would it take for somebody to believe in God? What does it take for somebody to change to a different religion? You can't actually say it's
It's what do you see as evidence?
of course.
What makes
Yeah,
your
so that
heart
question is a personal thing. It's not something.
No, Daniel.
It's not something I can get every single one of you to agree with. A lot, like I
No.
said, the majority of you here, if not all of you.
Okay, one second. Okay, I just want to clarify something. But Daniel, yeah? You know why many people have been.
So
you know,
no, hold on. I want to finish.
Okay, no, before.
Listen,
I'll let you speak.
you have your water,
I'll
let
let
me
you
finish
speak.
what
No,
I'm
I'll let you
saying,
speak.
yeah?
I'll let you speak. What?
There's
Sorry,
some-
sorry.
Go on.
When you don't have correct source of knowledge,
Yeah.
then you'll be confused. Because what is a source of knowledge? If we only restrict source of knowledge to observation, it's working, man. Observation, that is a problem. Source of knowledge, either we have to see it, we have to feel it, or we can feel it, or we can use our senses basically, or through information, people pass down information to us, or we can come to a conclusion about something that exists with certainty based upon our intellect, or based upon natural inclination. You see, this is called a source of knowledge. So for example, now, if you restrict source of knowledge to observation, there's a lot of things you have to reject, no doubt. And you're gonna put yourself in trouble and you cannot live this life. You cannot live with this philosophical ideology, I have to see something before I come to know that exists or not. Because that is impossible. You understand? There's many things that we know in our history, in our life for sure that exist. It's not based upon observation.
Okay.
It's based upon information. For example, if BBC says tomorrow there's no school, the presenter of BBC, everyone will say there's no tomorrow school. But there's one person saying that. I haven't seen it. Why you take the information? Because it's based upon other indications. You see?
Okay, let me add. Yeah?
Go on, yeah, go
Let me
on.
add. Okay. Again, just to clarify, I never made any statement that it has to be seen, that evidence is something that can only be observed. So, I mean, if you're giving us a general
No,
example
general.
for
No,
anybody,
general.
that's fine,
No,
okay.
I didn't say you said it.
Yeah,
By the way, I didn't say.
okay, fair
For the
enough.
record, I didn't say
Because
it.
the time that I used earlier, to be specific, was data. Data can come in many forms. It can come in what you've seen. Again, like you said about make reference to what you feel. Okay. Some of that might be in what you believe, because you got a lot of archaeologists that have researched a lot of things in histories. Whether, I don't know, it could be the existence of dinosaurs at the end of the day. But yeah, there has to be a certain amount of data, and also there needs to be an input of your belief as well, what you still believe, because there still might not be everything completely. No one's got all the answers. No one has all of the answers anyway. I'm Daniel, yeah.
Daniel, so you mentioned to Shamsi that if he was to bring
Archaeological proof. Which I did. 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, I didn't say how much.
Let him.
no, not even how much.
Let him finish. At the
Bring,
moment.
Yeah.
he's done his part, he brought it. Yeah. What's your criteria now for rejecting it? Because all you said is it's not enough.
Yeah.
So what's your you never been clarified,
Okay.
you never been double checking,
Okay.
or you just, it's not enough.
Let me ask you.
That's a good point. Barakallah fik.
Let me
That's
ask
good.
you- let me ask you
That's
a
good.
question.
That's very good.
So your question is that he's got the evidence and he's presented that to me, and what is my reasoning or what is my answer as to why I'm rejecting it? The first part of my answer is that you got cameras here. I never rejected what he said. Because I made a statement earlier as
Okay,
well.
stop it.
When he gave his
Remember what you said?
let me
You
just finish.
accepted it.
Let me finish.
Go on.
Because I know what I.
Daniel plays around, Daniel. No, Daniel, Daniel, if you ask him, where is Brixton? He said, you know, there's Notting Hill Gate there, and there's Shepherd's Bush there.
no,
Then you go to Fulham.
I can say
Then
the
from
same
Fulham,
about
you can
you.
go.
Listen,
No,
I
I
can
bring.
say-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let me finish.
No, I'm straightforward, alhamdulillah.
Listen, there's all of you versus me. Allow
No,
me
no,
to-
all of us. La.
Allow me to have
Daniel,
my
stop
speech.
it, man.
Allow me to speak.
This is
speak.
you are our guest. We take care of you.
All right.
We Muslims
Then-
are known
then-
for
then-
taking care of the
then-
guests.
Then let me say my piece.
Say your piece. Okay, speak. Take the mic.
Yeah, so in regards to your question, which was what was my reasoning for rejecting it, just to reiterate, I never rejected what he said, okay? I didn't reject, nor did I accept. I didn't approve or confirm,
disapprove.
nor did I deny.
And my
I,
question
said,
is,
I heard him out on what his evidence was, okay? And all I said to him is that, yes, you presented, but it's still not enough for me. Do you understand?
And then
So it's not enough evidence.
Okay.
Then you asked me what is
Then what
enough
is enough
evidence, and I
evidence?
said that's a good question, because when you're speaking to anybody about what is enough evidence for anything, everybody's gonna have a different answer. You can't say
I'm not
the
about you,
evidence
not
doesn't
everybody else. I'm
evidence
about
doesn't have a
you.
certain number of what
Daniel,
must be produced.
Daniel,
It's what feels right,
Forget about evidence.
and I don't feel that that's enough for me
Okay.
to make a decision
So
to
what
say
now can
this
he-
is genuine.
So what
evidence.
now can he bring further to increase your understanding of what you got?
I don't know. I think a lot of it's got to do with
Look, I'll just start then.
yeah.
You see how come I'm evidence?
Yeah.
You see, you have to give me something specific. You also archaeological evidence. Bring it.
Bro.
So
What
off
now?
topic here, did you go to one mosque in Acton?
When?
Because a long time ago I went to a mosque in Acton, yeah, and I think it was you that I spoke to and one other guy as well.
When?
And this is years ago. Like I said, remember we spoke about it last time?
Yeah.
Years ago. So probably about 10 years ago, to be honest. Yeah. Okay.
No, there's someone.
I think
I think there's someone like. No, I know.
Yeah.
I know the guy, the brother you're speaking about.
Yeah, and
It's not him.
He's one in Acton. I told you I weren't lying. I said
Yeah,
I did this.
yeah, but I went to church. Doesn't mean I was Christian. So come on, man. I went to church. Doesn't mean I was Christian.
You want to know what you want us more evidence?
Yeah.
I just think that what you presented. Thank you as well for bringing
As a matter of
something.
fact,
You wasted my time, man. No, thank you. No, forget. Thank you. You wasted my time.
My
Daniel.
issue with what just happened here is
اسمع اسمع قلت دراري جيب لي دراري جيب لي
even
دراري
like try and corroborate what the man told you.
قلت روينا
That's what I was
قلت روينا.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I can't stand by that. To say that I never,
No, but what
I
he
never
just
heard him
told
out on his evidence.
No, but what
I
he
definitely
just
did
told
because I
you.
asked him questions about the evidence.
What did
So,
you ask him?
sorry?
What did you ask him?
Did I ask you questions about what you showed me?
No, ask me the question. What question was it?
You've forgotten as well.
No, sorry.
When you pulled up what you showed me on the
Yeah,
phone, I was
yeah.
asking questions about it.
What did you ask?
Yeah, but what did you ask? What question? You just telling me.
Okay.
You just telling me you didn't
Okay,
get ready. I said no.
Okay, so you're saying you don't remember
No,
what I
it's-
asked you?
What does the man say? Did anybody remember him asking him questions regarding it?
Of course I did. He brought something
What
to
was
me.
the
I didn't just do
question?
this and go,
You did have a conversation about.
Yeah, but
Exactly, but that's-
yeah. But he says it's not enough.
thank you very much. So the point being,
He says archaeological, then I prove it's
paid enough
archaeological.
interest for
Yeah.
me to have a conversation
Yeah, he did.
about the evidence that he presented. There was obviously a level of interest there. He didn't just present it and I just did this.
I hear that.
I ain't saying anything.
Yeah, but Daniel, sorry.
And you go,
No, but Daniel,
Let's
that's
not-
not proof,
let's
man.
tell the truth.
I mean, Daniel, that
Yeah,
doesn't mean
that's
you're
not what
an
happened.
honest person because why? Because why, Daniel, yeah? I brought to you the proofs, yeah? Archaeological, yeah? Also from the archaeological proofs is
I
that...
thank you for that. But don't be offended by that.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
From the archaeological proofs is to go and see the mosque, the temples,